can always recall the Puck of the Void, the hero that doesn't have TP available. So if Krunk is present in these fights, then maybe they can turn it around. But also, if you get over that kind of the idea of damage mitigation that is Krunker, you have to think about what damage does Spirit even bring in these early fights, and which Dota clock maybe at the superior draft. So again, we need to see TORONTOTOKYO have a really standout game.
And also, I think something that we might want to, like, if we want to build a storyline for the grand finals. You mentioned Tobi having his birthday, the offlaner for Bike and Chi-Chi. What about Team Spirit? We've got Collapse playing on Batrider. Yesterday, absolutely insane performance from the youngster. He's several years younger than Tobi is. He's proven himself to be a very capable player, but I guess hindsight 2020, we can go in like who is the, well, at least series-wise, the better offlaner player. So I think that is something that we can, like, not directly put our...
It's bloody Tobi's birthday, and you're like, yeah, mate, so if you lose this series, Collapse is the better offlane. No. Technically, that is true, right? That is true, though. Technically, like, the winner should, in theory, be better, but... You know, no pressure, Tobi. Again, it is...
Yeah, I think I need to rephrase my words a little bit better there, because I didn't mean to sound so harsh with that, but I mean the idea behind it.
Mate, it ain't harsh, don't worry.
Keeping an eye open.
Dude,
keeping an eye open.
A lot harsher, Panda.
Because I feel like Collapse can make these really flashy plays by himself. And he's got the hero that he's capable of doing those, while you see the Nyx Assassin can be more of that, like, oh, look at that. Instead of like, oh my god, what a play. Because, you know, the heroes are playing. Nyx Assassin is more of that, you know, surprise element. Batrider can make those quick plays happen. So it doesn't really justify or give enough justice to how well these two guys have been playing.
Yeah.
And they only actually have played one series, which is the thing. So they're just coming in from a victory into the grand finals.
Exactly, on this patch.
On this patch as well.
There we go, yeah.
Who's going to have the 100% win rate?
Oh, damn, going into Christmas. Wow, that'd be hype, actually. You sit around
and that concerns way more players. Oh, Miposhka offensive courier.
Has been
killed. Tobi's courier going down. That's a salve dead. Not a panic salve, though. He's fine.
He's chilling.
So Bad's also connected the creep wave in top, allowing Collapse to hit that early level 2. Clockwork's going to go bully Enchantress. Keep Seleri away.
Where are you going?
Now that Batrider's going to hit 2, you have the Firefly, you have Napalm, so enable that as well with the vision. Maybe some well, bullying damage in a sense. Aramis looking for a solo kill, but there's a Fairy Fire, and Miposhka actually lives. Illuminate comes through, and the Fairy Fire keeps him alive. Good attempt.
I'd say the important thing about top lane, though, was the fact that they had this kind of 1.5 creep wave where it had a couple more melee creeps into it, which allowed Shad to completely remove the creep wave, his own dire creep wave. So Batrider, even though he gets a little bit of XP, he just missed absolutely everything, and Shad, he's had nothing taken away from him. Yatoro getting first blood in bot lane. Poor old Cole early on, especially with the fact that you don't have this blinding light and you are a solar bind boy now, you are very much a victim to your positioning. And I keep liking to kind of reference a Kotal +1 lane as like the Viper +1 lane, where level 1, 2, 3 it can kind of be a bit awkward where you can die, but then when you get to like 4, 5+, that's when you start dominating, when you have the chakra, the points in the illuminate, and you're really just applying that pressure.
UI fixing there. Apparently we have the BO3 left from yesterday. I thought I fixed the BO5 for the playoff bracket, but I also forgot that it's actually the draft screen as well. So my bad. It's fixed. It's dealt with now. And, yeah, it's just we didn't see the Coddle kill, unfortunately for that. But
you didn't? Oh well.
No. But I'm glad you narrated through it.
No, yeah, that's fine. I actually predicted that you'd be doing the HUD, so that's why I went into such detail.
And honestly, yeah, it's best if you have the T-Tours at the start.
That's true. To be fair though, I don't, like, have we seen at grand finals where T-Tours have happened like during the big clutch fight? Like maybe like the observer just goes to sleep in like the game.
Hopefully we didn't just jinx it. Oh, stun connecting on Miposhka. Illuminate comes through as well after the impale. An amount of damage, but it doesn't take down this Witch Doctor. Tobi finally gets that courier and the salve. That's a magic wand with some extra HP for himself. Urn almost ready. 11 CS picked up 16 on the PA though, so a little bit better for the Yatoro Phantom Assassin. But Tobi's still getting a good amount of farm.
Yeah, like this bot lane isn't really that strong from Team Spirit, simply because of the value of an early stick or wand. Nyx naturally has really good armor and regen anyways. He's bought the Ring of Protection, and you have this Coddle with you, so it is very much a happy Nyx lane. There could be some lanes where Nyx can't ever approach the lane, like maybe like a Juggernaut +1 where he just gets spun down, but especially when it's a PA as your carry, you just thrive in these type of situations.
Yes, it's also pretty even in mid. Very difficult as a puck to try and dodge Tidebringers.
You can just pump fake it, and then he wastes the phase and off he goes again. But he has done a pretty good job in fairness. Boom, he has dodged I think 2 or 3 so far, simply because TORONTOTOKYO isn't cancelling and he's just fully committing. But again, Boom he's doing a pretty stellar job. 26. Oh, I can't read. 27-1.
Yeah, they get to contest at least the bounties, but by the looks of it, so does Team Spirit. Get 2 bounties for themselves, so 2 for 2. That means our bounty situation is 5-3 in favor of Viking.
Oh, I wish I tested in lobby actually beforehand, but can you use the Witch Doctor Shard whilst like rooted or obviously not stunned, but for any
I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see, but that's going to be hype. I bought one Witch Doctor Ag Shard, and it was so refreshing because an Ursa would jump me, and then I'd be like, boop, I'm now a ward. And then
Seleri.
Yeah. Bye, Seleri.
Go for so bad with the help of Collapse. Trying to get rid of that enchanted ghost. That is 77 damage on that ghost when it's controlled by the Ench. 77. And a slow.
You get plus 30 damage when on level 2 enchant. It is really, really annoying. Who's gonna get a 6-minute rune?
Which one is it? Yeah, it's an illusion for Kunkka. At least he denies it from Puck refill bottle.
Yeah, unfortunately as well, Seleri actually instantly TV'd in mid as well. So when Puck went for the 50-50, she lost and didn't get the refill from the Enchantress either. So kind of an upsetting moment for Boom there. Only now having 1 bottle charge to retreat to the jungle. But actually keeping top now.
On PA. Temp there, yeah. Seleri in the jungle. So bad's there. Boom is trying to look for an easy quick kill. Might have to use his ulti. Yeah. Has to secure the kill with the ultimate, yeah.
Time to hibernate.
If he didn't have to use Dream Coil there, like that'd be amazing. Because like, look at this rotation. He goes top. He only missed 2 creeps.
Oh, he dies getting the coconut out. And Yatoro, can he capitalize on this? He's trying his best onto Aramis, but the solar bind will slow him down, so he's unable to keep the chase.
Yeah, Viking are trying to just make the initial moves. A really key thing as well that we haven't mentioned is Ancients. The damage from Magic was 70% previous patch, now 50%. Collapse is gone on a little bit here, so yeah, a moment of silence for the fight.
Did actually see? Oh, Chrono. Collapse was chasing Seleri around, but he's gonna bite the dust.
They keep fighting at like the perfect points so that I can't do any talking about analysis. It's thoroughly annoying. But anyway, more importantly, I'm gonna quickly say it before the next fight breaks out. Ancient 70% reduction, now 50%, so people with magic damage can do it. Thank God you didn't take a fight. Oh my God.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
For once.
Oh, I'm done.
It's hard to squeeze in sometimes.
But in bot lane,
yeah, I was looking at that. Oh. But the thing was, when you were about to talk about those Ancients, you did see Seleri actually block the pull from Collapse, who was stacking it. And he's coming back again, but he's going to be late this time. And while the Miposhka dies to Aramis, and Seleri is coming to contest.
All right, can we just watch Batrider farm Ancients, please? Because last patch, this wasn't a thing.
Let's go. 6 stacks. We're going to look at the Ancient.
Look at this. Why?
Enough damage. Meanwhile, Seleri is dying in the river.
I don't care. Why can a Batrider happily farm these golems with confidence? Of course, he's got Napalm and many of them, but like, bring me back. You know what? I want 90% magic resistance.
Oh, okay. You want even more,
like,
just because of the Batrider.
A CM could probably ult them now. You know, like if you're walking through the jungle and you accidentally misclick your ult, and you're like, sorry, PA with Battle Fury, didn't mean to ult your own Ancient camp, you know, like that can happen.
Well, at least if we look at the net worth, we've got our Kunkka leading with 4,500 net worth, just above the faces. Void PA, 700 gold behind Viking GG carry. Otherwise, looks like the farm is pretty nicely spread out. And now hunting on Miposhka, Viking GG with 4 heroes into bottom. Quick work on Miposhka. Puck has also built up a double null talisman. The power treads, is this the wave clearing thing? Same with the Wind Ranger?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the reason is the same.
Have mana regen, be able to always have this kind of early damage, but if you just look at this disparity between Puck and Kunkka right now, it's the fact that Kunkka, he just flash farms jungle, he can't be pressured by Puck, so it forces Puck to make moves on the map. Kunkka naturally doesn't want to be proactive in his rotations. He wants to look towards the enemy team diving, TP in, and utilizing X mark. But with his heroes that he has, there's no one to really play off. There isn't any turnaround potential and this early damage that we mentioned. So we are going to see Team Spirit focus more at farming inwardly, you know, utilize that jungle, wave clear when possible. But if I can group up for a tower, it should, you know, most of the time fall unless Team Spirit bring 4 or 5 heroes.
Team Spirit, they do have their boots of travels now ready on collapse, so the mobility is up for the Batrider. Now going onto a Blink Dagger, but that does mean that Team Spirit's not necessarily wanting to take initiation-based fights. Maybe the Kunkka does the work for the first minute, get that Blink Dagger up. Spirit looks like they want to just farm for a few more minutes, kind of allowing Viking GG to do the same. Tobi TPing in top, however, I feel like Viking want to take the initiative. And there's the stun, and this is going to be like, okay, he doesn't get the impale off.
Bit awkward.
But there's the hook shot, the lasso comes through as well. Here comes the Mud Golem, and the Impetus Spear will finish the job. Clockwork's going to get caught up as well. Miposhka comes out of the trees. Stunning Seleri, but Shad and Tobi nicely spread out, so no further casualties. Batrider taken out, but Chrono has been used in Toronto-Tokyo. Looks like he's up to no good. Puck is TPing in as well. That's a lot of traffic in top now.
Yep. But Tokyo can die here. He has the armlet, but
1700 HP.
Yeah. He double bracelet, armlet phase. Like, this is his kind of big timing right now, where he can decide to either A, just continue farming jungle and just get super hard and like super tanky. But realistically, Team Spirit needs someone to start making these moves. You want to see Witch Doctor Clock back, play behind this Kunkka, open up the map for the PA to get her farm, because if they don't start looking to cross that river and to make plays, you suddenly see Viking really set the tempo of the game. Ooh, and Void's going for a Maelstrom. All right.
Yeah, Maelstrom into BKB.
Are scanning.
So, what is the reasoning behind the Maelstrom? There's no illusions to clear. There's only one possible Blink Dagger coming out, and that's also a long shot to cancel a Blink Dagger with a Maelstrom proc.
I think there's kind of one meme answer and one real answer. Real answer is going to be he just wants to yeah, Glipnir is the meme answer, yep. And the real answer is probably just farm speed, wants to be able to take these earlier fights and deal with the tankiness of like a Kunkka and PA potentially. Okay. Like the Maelstrom procs, play off the lightning. That could be a play. And also Mask of Madness, you don't want to buy against PA, so you need to have some farm speed. He doesn't want to buy Midas because his team's looking to fight. So yeah, realistically, yeah, Maelstrom's the best farming item here actually. Yeah, that's it.
Trying to click a hero is really hard here. Opening the secret shop as Toronto-Tokyo is rewarded the kill on Tobi. Assassin surprised by a looming sentry ward on top of the cliff. 5th kill for Team Spirit and an opening maybe on this tier 1 tower in the top lane, but they're teleporting bottom with Boom.
Middle tower
Shad.
is under attack.
If they can find Collapse, that could be a worthy pickoff for them. Boom is hunting.
The key difference in this game for Viking compared to the series yesterday, they aren't so confident to make these aggressive plays because they are scared of this Kunkka threat. Like Toronto-Tokyo, he has one component of BKB, 7.5k gold. Like he is so happily already positioned in the lane that Viking needs to play. Like bot tower fell. Where does Viking play? Mid. Okay, so Tokyo parks top. He can TP mid if needed. And Viking will just die if the Kunkka is present.
Yeah. Setting up towards mid as well. Viking are moving away, but they're coming back to collapse, and boom, he's been hunting for this Batrider for over a minute now, and he gets the ulti connected. Shad is also there. Chrono's available, trying to juke him around, forces the Chrono to come out. They're gonna have to give away this Batrider's life. Might lose their mid-tier 1 tower as a trade, though. Coming in from Seleri, even when they see him.
Oh, he's dead.
Not quite sure what's the idea behind this. It does take them quite some time. Tobi gets the stun on 2. The Wish Doctor ulti is still pummeling Tobi. And Boom comes in as well. Yatoro gets a jump on Aramis. Blinding Light comes out as well. The Tomato is bullying the Phantom Assassin, and they have a clear target on their side. So bad with a hook shot on the back line. Just trying to keep Viking away. Boom is still hunting. Trying to go on Miposhka. The Coconut comes out as well. There comes Yatoro. Might have gone a bit too deep, but the damage ain't enough on this PA right now. And Boom. Okay, here comes the X mark. The boat might be enough to kill off Boom, and he will dodge it. There's the lasso, though. It's going to be enough. They're going to take down one Shad. Gets the time walk out in time. Faces Void will get to live through, but that Tomato combined with the Illuminate does do a decent amount of damage. But in the end, Viking actually hold their mid-tier 1 tower. It's a 1-for-2 trade for Team Spirit.
Overall, pretty good hold from Viking, but still a net win for Spirit in the idea that they are so hard to kill. They didn't really use that much here. They kind of, ran mid and could just exist. I think maybe if Viking tried going on the same heroes, they would be able to easily kill over the Kunkka or the PA. But the issue is at the start of the fight, the Clockwork had such a great disconnect, hooking onto the backlines. It allowed for Team Spirit just to, safely disengage.
Radiant are scanning.
But in terms of net worth, though, if you, I don't know if you're showing that right now, it's the fact that this Nyx off lane, he is the chap that's meant to be the aggressor, start, take down laning phase, run around the map and try and make things happen.
Tobi.
Well, all right.
Surprise!
There we go.
This is not your birthday gift, though.
I said meant because he hasn't really been able to do it, and this was going to be the next part. He can't really run into Team Spirit's side right now because they're just grouping up together. Evident. Literally what we just saw.
So going for more. Hook shot comes through. Can they connect anything? They can't get the lasso on him, but the Coconut comes through. Maledict is there as well. He's gonna take up for a little bit more damage. Collapse goes in for an aggressive deep dive, and it will pay off. Gets the damage with that aggressive blink in. That also does mean that we do have a blink dagger Batrider, which we haven't actually had.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's actually
so
pretty fast. It's like,
structures
I mean,
are
he finished his Boots of Travels in what, 10 minutes? Then he lined up his blink dagger. He's finished it in less than 6 minutes, and we're still in like semi-early game, to be honest.
Yeah. I like the fact that Collapse did go for this blink dagger. He allowed himself to, like, some players under the threat of a Nyx would be scared. Okay, well, I have to go BKB because of carapace, but it identifies. All he needs to do is get that initial jump, that initial connection with the lasso, and then hopefully that PA or that extra little +1 can come through and get that kill. And if the Nyx is in the position where he's trying to carapace the Batrider, then maybe you could also hope that your team should be able to punish him for that as well. Play around vision, that's the key thing. If you have good vision, you don't have to respect the Nyx. And Team Spirit, they are not really respecting the Nyx in the idea that they have the sentries down, so why do we have to be scared of this 4.8k net worth off lane that's just kind of running around hoping to find like a stray hero? Just play together and he can't be a hero.
Yes, they're aiming towards the later parts of the game where that Chronosphere really has that big impact. The puck ulti misses. They're going to use the Chrono once again to catch the Batrider, and it will be enough for Aramis.
Go now,
Bros in that Illuminate just to make sure they get the kill. Again, now, I mean, they can use the puck ulti. Even if it misses, it's initial damage. They hold them in place, and then they're still using the Chrono after, because Void can't just, single-handedly take down this Batrider. It's still like 1700 HP, a very fast hero, very mobile. Puck ulti is not that long of a cooldown. The Chrono is, though. So I think that's the downside of Viking, is that they can't use their Chrono for, like, these big plays. Spirit also understand that. They keep on trading. Does that mean that Batrider's not going to TP in mid?
Void in top lane. Oh, Coconut RNG. Miposhka went for like the most ambitious Coconut I've ever seen in my life. You know what, lads? There's 5 creeps there plus a Void. I bet you he'll always hit him.
So Bat says Roshan.
All right.
He just, as soon as Batriders respawn, he TP top.
Yeah.
He just instantly said Roshan. Like, indicator.
They're looking for it, but no, maybe not. Like, PA is about to complete the BKB, and this for Team Spirit is by far the best timing against the strategy that Viking has implemented in the playoffs so far of the BTS Pro Series. It's the fact that they want to go skirmishing, they want to go fight, they want to go at you. Team Spirit, they have both countered that through this Kunkka pick, but also the optimization.
Next in mid, Team Spirit, they're going to reinish. A lot of damage comes through from the Tidebringer. They've got the Ignis. The bolt comes in as well, and boom, again, he's just going to dodge it. Just like before, Ignis falls. They can't get the clockwork kill, and Viking, they're also brought back to full HP. Have this Mechanism Enchantress. You don't always see it, but he is the optimal carrier for it in the team. I think that's a smart choice as well, like building your mech on a +5. It might take a little bit longer, but you're still able to get it, then why not? Just be this big, massive healing machine.
Thing is, it is pretty cheap. It's 1800 gold, technically 1900 if you round up, so it's still
a lot of money for a +5.
No, it is. I think the item build-up also feels a little bit better nowadays, especially because you have the headdress, you can go chainmail. It's not that bad. For Team Spirit though, this mid-fight, one Kunkka appears, prevents the jump onto the clock, and they don't need to take the fight because the PA just wasn't ready. She didn't have the the BKB yet, sorry. 500 gold away. That's when you're going to see that type of fight where Viking have like a soft commit, where they throw a Will-O-Wisp down, they throw a coil, but they can't really get into the fight. That's where Team Spirit in 2 minutes time will capitalize on that failed initiation and try and just wreak havoc in the fight. The Batrider blinking in, the PA just jumping onto the supports. And with the items that we're mentioning for Viking, none of these help survive when they are jumped. They allow for the fight to occur, but they don't allow for their own survival. So Kotal Ench, these heroes will just blow up. Maybe the mech can help the Ench a little bit, but against a PA, 800 HP Ench, you're buying the mech for your team at this point. So yeah, the next 2-3 minutes are looking quite scary for Viking, especially when they get constantly flared and are under the vision of Team Spirit.
You want to do a quick shard check? I saw something interesting on Team Spirit.
All right, I'm gonna look. Hold on. You mean the PA or?
Yep, PA who just finished the BKB, and we're gonna get that 12% max HP nuke from the Fan of Knives. And the break.
I'm happy to see that we're seeing the shard on the PA actually bought in the correct order. Yesterday we saw, I think, third item. It was like Battle Fury. Deso, no, it was Battle Fury BKB, then
Battle Fury BKB, Shard, then Deso, yeah. So it was a bit off in order. A little bit. But the Ignis keeps Seleri up. The hook shot connects on Aramis. Tobat is the one holding the choke point of the river. Shad moves in. Time dilation BKB used by yatoro. Can't use that chrono. They're all too stacked up right now. Seleri's dead. Puck seems to get the escape out. Tobi low on HP. Another jump from yatoro. Shad still waiting for his opportunity, but look at Team Spirit. They're so spread out. There's no way this guy can jump in. He finally does. And there's the BKB on the Kunkka. The connection from the coconut. And Shad might have just dug his own grave with that jump in so bad. He's got like, what, 10 HP? Well, about 100 HP. He's still being hunted by a Hadouken creep at the same time. The crits come through on Shad, but not enough from yatoro. Needed probably one more to get it. Boom, however, wait, what the heck? Boom actually died in the river.
Yeah, so during that fight, when you saw the Void jump in for that chrono, Collapse was actually positioned just here behind the trees in Firefly. The Void didn't see him, and as soon as he jumped in, the Batrider just kind of walked through the trees and built this kind of invisible wall, not allowing the Puck and the rest of the heroes to get into that engagement. It's why you saw Void nearly go down, but also then Puck got chased down by the Witch throwing the Batrider. So there's really good patience from Collapse. He also played on the fringe of the fight, knowing that the Nyx was still alive. He couldn't hard commit.
They're gonna go hunting though. yatoro being the target. Tobi goes in the front line, but only does a little bit of damage here. Shad can't find any targets. Spirit looking like they might even fight this, and now comes the TP from the Batrider as well. The Team Spirit are back in full strength. Hookshot comes through. Connects onto Tobi. Meanwhile, Shad is fighting against TORONTOTOKYO, and yatoro gets the jump of the clockwork. Here's the Ignis. The Puck ulti comes through as well, but it's another miss. Doesn't connect on anything. Tobi are dead, so bad are dead, and the clockwork flies back. Seleri dropping very low at the hands of yatoro and Collapse, and this Inch will burn alive. Team Spirit, they find success, and this might just mean Roshan.
Yeah, just the power of these BKBs now, the confidence in teams who are able to enter these fights. Batarad are now completing the zone. It just gets so much scarier for Viking. And I mentioned the idea of what Viking want to do with their lineup. They were never able to get to these early skirmishing fights, so they're now the ones with the lack of damage and the lack of presence simply because of how tanky teams were had become.
No Ignis, no Puck ulti, no coil. Bat Rider getting E-bladed. Shad also trying to make some moves, but Roshan falls. Aegis for yatoro. And Viking, they have to, well, disengage at least. They never actually went in, just observed. I was like, well, we can't really do much. Maybe try and steal Roshan with the illusory orb.
And we haven't really mentioned it yet, but Boom went for the E-blade build, the good old Thompson Puck E-blade. And I'm just thinking, right now, Coddle uses Solar Bind, magic resistant reduction. Puck uses E-blade, damage, you know, improvements. So now you're gonna have this one hero who should get completely blown up. Now also, if that's inside a chrono, that is a disgusting amount of damage that's gonna come out on this one hero if they aren't in position. Like, I like the creativity from Viking. My fear is simply it's all about that one kill, that one pickoff, and they're just not finding them. On the other side,
they find Puck.
Yeah, exactly. On the other side, Spirit, they're the ones running around the map, finding the pickoffs and really setting the pace of the game. 7k lead at 25 minutes. Looking a bit grim.
Being the aggressors.
Yeah, it's Viking with the Void versus the world. Like right now, they need Shad to get like a miracle level performance. He needs 2-3 more items and just to try and lock down the game.
Yeah. And suddenly, now that you look at this game, Coddle doesn't seem like a really big threat after all.
Yeah, like Coddle's one of the best here. Oh, let's watch him dunk for a second.
All right. Throws in the Ignis, buys a little bit of time for himself. Lane break, hook shot. Okay.
Well, he made it a little bit difficult, but yeah, as we were saying, I think Coddle, he is a very good hero. We can't knock that after just this single game, but it's the idea that when teams are able to play together and group up, that's when he's strong. Yatoro in the bot lane.
Wow, this is a good one. They might get the Aegis out of the way. TORONTOTOKYO coming to back up his buddy. Yatoro pops his BKB, and the turnaround comes through. Tobi's out. Seleri also dropping low. The X marks there. This Ench is dead.
They can't kill him, mate.
Boom.
Like, how realistically, if you load up these heroes, these items in a lobby, how do you kill this PA at this point in the game? Like, Nyx has to hit the Vendetta Break.
They almost did.
No, they didn't. No, I don't accept what you just said there. Like, Viking are really struggling.
I'll accept judgment.
Thank you. They really are struggling to get the damage across. And like Shad, he went for this Maelstrom to be a bit more farmy. Obviously, he needs to be to survive. He really needs that MKB because that's where Viking can play on the lack of saves in Team Spirit lineup. Like, sure, there is this big boat threat to be a damage mitigator, but if Shad can locate the PA in a chrono, there isn't going to be that like Oracle ult, that SD disruption, that kind of banishing spell to enable their life. So yeah, I'd like to see Shad be able to pause his own game for a second, get some farm, and then when they go for high ground, you can maybe punish Team Spirit positioning. The Viking, they're a team that they aren't gonna make the silly mistakes which leads to, you know, Shad dying 2 or 3 times alone. Like, they're gonna positioning around him and identify the fact that he's the one that needs to farm. He needs the game. Like, look at Seleri. He's right next to him. He'll block the smoke. He'll die if necessary. Like, all he's doing right now is, all right, Void, we need you to be #1. That's it.
Seleri is technically not the sacrificial lamb, but the sacrificial deer.
Yes. You must kill Bambi to win the game. Yes, exactly that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think the main idea is maybe kill off the Void Spirit. Or Void Spirit. Faces Void to get
I nearly said the same thing. When I said Void, my brain was like, Spirit. And I was like, no. Bad T, don't say that. It's a Void. Just a Void.
Radiant are scanning.
You are listening to TNT.
That is true.
Smoke up by Team Spirit in the mid lane. So bad. Yatoro, Miposhka. Collapse. Pushing out the mid wave out. There he goes. They're on the hunt.
Dire's bottom tower is
if they can find somebody. Tobi's hiding in the trees. Been yeah, a lot of hiding action. Gonna stay there.
He's opened his birthday cards, mate.
Coddle in the top corner. Coddle actually TP's home. I guess Coddle could technically stay in the trees in some lane and just use recall for their advantage.
Yeah, like
have that split push going on the whole time.
You can see from just the map setup though, it's the idea that they just need to push out waves and try and allow for Spirit to waste a TP.
Oh, collapse. Beautiful catch on Shad. Follows absolutely through. And he's just deleted in the hands of yatoro. That's 2,000 HP down in less than a second.
Tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Only Sven. Oh. Do you want to know something? I heard that they like to use fans. We gave you fan for your PA. All the PA fans are happy now. All right. Tobi setting up for mid, looking for the stun with force snap, gets it through onto the Witch Doctor. Lumina comes through as well. So bad. He's already caught the Nyx. He's got a hook shot available as well. Does he get to use it? There's a creep wave in between, and now lining up. There we go. Onto the Bambi, right in the buttocks of the Enchantress. And there we go. The puck ulti finally connecting on two. Decent amount of damage. And now we get the chrono. But where's the damage? They need to capitalize on this. Shad only gets one out of the way. TORONTOTOKYO does a BKB. Gonna get bashed up. Miposhka waiting, and he's gonna get initiated on now this time. But oh, again, the same treatment delivered by yatoro. Just bashes and smashes the hands of this Faceless Void. No face, no hands, no nothing. And collapse. He's there to back him up at 25 seconds. No lasso. Viking lose 3. They did get the chrono, but they don't have the damage anymore.
I will say, you know, I as an analyst, I like to try and bring out new aspects to the audience. And right there, Team Spirit, this is a moment where they should be utilizing their tips onto Shad. Simply because the PA had no BKB, had no Aegis, and Shad was unable to actually connect on the chrono, killing off what arguably is one of the biggest and most threatening heroes on Team Spirit's side. So a little bit of a rough one for sure. And it's so hard for Viking, as much as I kind of meme it there. Like, they're basically playing for the we need to win a fight based on Team Spirit's over aggression, but this fight, it's not going to net them anything. They aren't going to, like, even if they kill the PA there, it gives them a little bit of breathing room, but they're 20k down at 30 minutes. It is so hard for them to really get back into this, but also, killing the PA there would have, of course, helped. You know, just
can we commend TORONTOTOKYO for building a site on Konka?
Dude, this guy is fun, man. I saw him buy the BKB armlet, and I was like, all right. I saw the Hex quick, but I'm like, damn, son, you hate puck. Like, yeah, it's a nice build. He is,
but also prevents the Faceless Void from ever using his jump. Meanwhile, well, guess who they found? They found Boom, and now the hook shot as well. Seleri will fall as well, so Viking will have 2 heroes down, and this is starting to turn into a super difficult defense for them.
Yeah, they
are just running around and doing what they want, basically.
Yeah, they're having fun. That's the key thing. They're just, you know, doing their thing.
They're enjoying their time.
Because, like, if you look at these lineups, it's the idea that Viking early on, they're the ones that need to be the aggressors, need to be setting the early pace of the game, utilize recall. But we never saw that come into play. They were never able to really punish Team Spirit because they're the ones making the first move. So, yeah, really good performance so far. But high ground maybe could be Vikings' last hope here, I think. Especially when Void's back up, they got one more chrono until they're completely gone.
Dire's middle
barracks. Not trying to be doom and gloom or anything, but
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower
we can agree the situation is grim.
Yes.
And look at that roast timer. Hot damn. That's a fast one.
Off you go, Spirit.
It's like, wasn't that like 15 seconds max? That was a very quick one.
Look at clock's current. Oh, guys, it's up. All right, look at the minimap. Look at the minimap.
Ping, ping, ping.
Turn around. Nope, they're going to go for a kill first. Oh, I thought they were going to instantly turn.
Collapse toying with him there. And there's the sheep stick. All right, okay. Let the poor guy out of his misery already. BK used by Batrider. Going to get Boom, and Boom will be grabbed. And they will get the connection with the hook shot in melee range. Make sure that Boom is out. 60 seconds dead. Seleri getting burnt up. Shad has died somewhere in the jungle. GG is called. Viking are the one to tap out. And Team Spirit, they start this series 1-0.
What a beautiful game from Team Spirit, honestly. I mean, just amazing stuff. I think the key thing is to identify is the fact that this could collapse.